Hello friends, today I am going to talk about the classification of phylum Protozoa. As you may have the informations regarding the phylum Protozoa, it is very simple and primitive phylum of the invertebrate animals. Let us see the definition of the phylum Protozoa. The protozoa may be defined as microscopic acellular animalcules existing singly or in colonies without tissues and organs, having one or more nuclei. When in colonies, they differ from metazoan in having all the individuals alike except those engaged in reproductive activities. Let us see general characters of protozoa. They are small, usually microscopic, and can be seen with naked eyes. Simplest and most primitive of all animals, with protoplasmic grade of organization. Body unicellular with one or more than one nuclei. Body naked or covered by pellicle, but in some forms body is covered with shells and often provided with internal skeleton. Solitary or forming loose colonies in which individuals remain alike and independent. Symmetry, they are non-symmetrical or bilateral, radial and spherical. Body form usually constant, varied in some while changing with environment or age in many. The single cell body performs all the essential and vital activities which characterize the animal body, hence only subcellular physiological division of labor. Body protoplasm is differentiated into an outer ectoplasm and inner endoplasm. Locomotory organelles are pseudopodia, flagella and cilia or organs absent. Nutrition may be holozoic, that is animal like, or holophytic, that is plant like, saprozoic or parasitic. Digestion intracellular takes place inside the food vacuoles. Respiration occurs by diffusion through general body surface. Excretion through contractile vacuoles or generally through body surface. Reproduction asexually or sexually. Asexual by binary or multiple fission and budding, and sexual by conjugation of adults, that is called a hologamy, or by fusion of gametes, that is called a syngamy. Life history is often complicated by alternation of generation, that is, it includes asexual and sexual phases. Encystment helps in dispersal and resist unfavorable condition. Habit and habitat, these are ubiquitous or cosmopolitan in habit. Free living protozoans are usually aquatic, they are living in marine or freshwater. Several protozoans are commensal, symbiotic and parasitic species. The single celled individual not differentiated into somatoplasm and germplasm, therefore exempt from natural death, which is the price paid for the body. About 50,000 protozoan species are recorded. Let us see the classifications of protozoa in detail. Phylum Protozoa is a large and diverse group and poses a lot of problems in its classification. The classification followed here is given by the Committee on Taxonomy and Taxonomic Problems of the Society of Protozoologists and mainly proposed by scientist B. M. Honigberg et al. In 1964. According to Honigberg et al., protozoa have been classified into 4 subphyla. They are Sarcomastigophora, Sporozoa, Nidospora and Celiophora. Only important orders have been discussed here. Let us see subphylum Sarcomastigophora. Organelles of locomotion are pseudopodia or flagella. Nuclei of one kind, that is known as monomorphic. No spore formation and syngamy occurs in reproduction. Subphylum Sarcomastigophora is classified into three superclasses. They are Mastigophora, Opellinata and Sarcodina. Superclass Mastigophora. They are commonly called flagellates. Simple, primitive with firm pellicle. Locomotor organelles are flagella. Binary fission is longitudinal. They are mostly free living, though some are parasitic. Nutrition autotrophic or heterotrophic or sometimes both. Superclass Mastigophora is divided in two classes. They are Phytomastigophora and Zoomastigophoria. Class Phytomastigophora. They generally possess chromatophores. Nutrition mainly holophytic by phototrophy. The nucleus is vesicular. There are usually one or two flagella. Class Phytomastigophora is classified into 6 orders. They are Chrysomonadida, Cryptomonadida, Euglenida, Volvocida, Chloromonadida and Dinoflagellida. Order Chrysomonadida. Examples are Chrysamoeba, Cyanura, Acromonas and Dinobryon. Small flagellates with yellow or brown chromatophores. 1 to 3 flagella are observed. Gullet absent, stigma often present. They contains a siliceous cyst. They are marine and freshwater. Order Cryptomonadida. Examples are Chilomonas, Cryptomonas. They are small with rigid pellicle, contains a 2 flagella. Anterior gullet reaches up to middle of body. They have green, yellow, brown or colorless chromatophores which form starch. Order Euglenida. Examples are Euglena, Paranema, Ficus and Copromonas. They have 1 or 2 flagella. Pellicle is thick. There is a mouth and reservoir which contains the roots of flagella and receives the contents of the contractile vacuole. Chromatophores numerous, green or colorless. Reserve foodstuff, paramylon and oils. Order Volvocida. Examples are Volvox and Chlamydomonas. Body is covered with cellulose. There are 2 flagella and no gullet. Chromatophores are green and cup shaped. Reserve foodstuff, starch and oils. They shows syngamy. Order Chloromonadida. Examples are Vacularia, Coelomonas and Goniostomum. They are small and dorso-ventrally flat. Pellicle delicate, gullet present. Chromatophores green and numerous and reserve foodstuff is oil. Order Dinoflagellida. Examples are Noctiluca and Seratium. There are 2 flagella, one lying transversely and other pointing backwards. Body is covered with thick cellulose. Chromatophores are green, yellow or brown. Reserve food is starch and oil. Some are bioluminescent. Class Zoomastigophoria. Chlorophyll or chromatophores absent. Most of them are parasitic. Nutrition Holozoic or Saprozoic. There are one or many flagella. Often there is an undulating membrane. Reserve food is generally glycogen. Class Zoomastigophoria is classified into 6 orders. They are Rhizomastagida, Kinetoplastida, Coenoflagellida, Diplomonadida, Hypermastagida and Trichomonadida. Order Rhizomastagida. Examples are Mastigamoeba and Dimorpha. They have pseudopodia and 1 to 4 flagella for locomotion. They are mostly free-living, small, amoeboid and freshwater form. Order Kinetoplastida, and examples are Bodo, Leishmania and Trypanosoma. Flagella 1 to 4. Gullet absent. They are parasitic form. Kinetoplast present. Order Coenoflagellida. Example is Proterospongia. They possess a single flagellum surrounded by collar at its base. They are free-living, single or colonial. Order Diplomonadida. Examples are Giardia, Hexameta or Hippameta. They are binucleate flagellates having bilateral symmetry. Flagella 2 to 8. They are mostly intestinal parasites. Order Hypermastagida. Examples are Lophomonas and Trichonympha. They are highly specialized and bear numerous flagella. Nucleus arranged in a circle in the form of plate or longitudinal or spiral rows. No mouth. Food ingested through pseudopodia. Living parasitic life in termites and cockroaches. Order Trichomonadida. Example is Trichomonas. Flagella 4 to 6. One flagellum trailing. They are parasites of vertebrate animals. Superclass Opellinata. Example is Opellina. They have numerous cilia-like organelles in oblique rows all over the body. Cyclostome absent. Nuclei 2 to many and monomorphic. Reproduction by somatogenic binary fission or by syngamy of anisogametes. All are parasitic. Superclass Sarcodina. Locomotion through pseudopodia. Body amoeboid without definite pellicle. Some have a hard shell. Nutrition Holozoic or Saprozoic. Formation of gametes and flagellated young ones are common. Superclass Sarcodina is classified into 3 classes. They are Rhizopodia, Actinopodia and Pyroplasmia. Class Rhizopodia. Locomotion takes place through Lobopodia or Philopodia, generally creeping forms. Subclass Lobozia. Pseudopodia are typically lobose, rarely filiform. Order Amoebida. Examples are amoeba, entamoeba and Pilomixa. They are amoeboid and uninucleate. Protoplasm is clearly differentiated into ectoplasm and endoplasm, largely freshwater and free living forms, many parasitic. Order Arcelinida. Examples are Arcella, Diffulgia and Euglypha. Body encased in one-chambered shell of pseudochitin. Pseudopodia comes out through a definite aperture. They are free-living, mostly in freshwater. Subclass Phyllosia. Examples are Allogromia and Pinardia. Pseudopodia as Phyllopodia. Body naked or with shell, contains single aperture. Subclass Granuloreticulosia. They have finely granular reticulose rhizopodia. Order Foraminiferida, and examples are Globigerina and Alphidium. They are large sized with uni or multi-chambered calcareous shell. Pseudopodia emerge from aperture or wall perforation or both. Reproduction with alternation of sexual and asexual generations. Class Actinopodia. Their organelles of locomotion are delicate exopodia with axial filaments radiating from a spherical body. Subclass Heliozoea. Examples are Actinophrys, Actinospherium and Clethrulina. Spherical protozoans with radiating exopodia. They are naked. If a skeleton is present, is of siliceous scales and spines. There may be more than one nucleus. Mostly they are living in a freshwater. Subclass Radiolaria. The examples are Colozoum and Thalessicola. Body naked or with a perforated chitinoid central capsule separating ectoplasm from endoplasm. Phyllopodia or exopodia are present. They have spicules or siliceous skeletons. Subclass Acantharia. The example is Acanthometra. Imperforate non-chitinoid central capsule without pores. Anisotropic skeleton of strontium sulfate. Pseudopodia are exopodia. Subclass Proteomyxidia, and examples are Vampyrella and Pseudospora. Largely marine and freshwater parasites of algae and higher plants. Pseudopodia are Phyllopodia. Class Pyroplasmia. Example is Babesia. They are small, round, rod-shaped or amoeboid parasites in vertebrate red blood cells. Subphylum Sporozoa. The adult has no external organs of locomotion. Spores usually present, live a endoparasitic life. Gametes contain cilia or flagella. The nucleus is of the single type. Subphylum Sporozoa is classified into three classes. They are Telosporia, Toxoplasmia and Haplosporia. Class Telosporia. Pseudopodia absent and a locomotion is by gliding or body flexion. Spores without polar capsules and filaments, naked or encysted. Reproductions are sexual and asexual. Class Telosporia is divided into two subclasses. They are Gregarinia and Coccidia or Epicomplexa. Subclass Gregarinia. The examples are Monocystis and Gregarina. Mature trophozoites are large and extracellular in the body of the host. Reproductions are sexual with sporogony. They are parasites in the alimentary tract and body cavity of invertebrates. Subclass Coccidia or Epicomplexa. Example are Eimeria, Isospora and Plasmodium. Their mature trophozoite is small and typically intracellular. Parasites in the digestive tract or blood. Gametocytes are dimorphic. Each oocyst produces many sporozoites which multiply by schizogony in tissue cells. Class Toxoplasmia, and the example is Toxoplasma. Spores are absent. Flagella or pseudopodia completely absent. Asexual reproduction by binary fission. Class Haplosporia. Example Ichthyosporidium. Spores are present. Only asexual reproduction and schizogony takes place. Flagella absent. Pseudopodia may be present. Subphylum Nidospora. Spores with several cells having one or more polar filaments. All are parasitic. Subphylum Nidospora is classified into two classes. They are Myxosporidia and Microsporidia. Class Myxosporidia, and the examples are Myxidium, Myxobolus and Ceratomyxa. Spores are large and multinuclear. There are one or more sporoplasms with 2 or 3 valves. They are parasitic in fishes. Class Microsporidia. Example is Nosema. Spores are small and unicellular origin. Spores with one valve through which sporoplasm emerge. They are intracellular parasites in arthropods and vertebrates. Subphylum Coeliophora. Presence of ciliary organelles for locomotion and feeding organelles at some stage. They have 2 nuclei. They usually have a cytostome. Class Ciliata. Locomotion by numerous cilia. Definite mouth and gullet present excluding parasitic form. Anal aperture present. 2 types of nuclei, one vegetative, that is a macronucleus, and the other reproductive, which is a micronucleus. Contractile vacuoles present. Class Ciliata is classified into 4 subclasses. They are Holotricha, Peritricha, Suctoria and Spirotrichia. Subclass Holotricha with simple or uniform body cilia. Buccal cilia mostly absent. Subclass Holotricha is further classified into 6 orders. They are Gymnostomatida, Trichostomatida, Conotrichida, Apostomatida, Astomatida and Hymenostomatida. Order Gymnostomatida. The examples are Culeps, Dileptus, Didinium and Prorodon. They are chiefly large ciliates without oral ciliature. Cytostome opens directly to outside. Order Trichostomatida. And the examples are Balantidium and Colpoda, with vestibular but no buccal ciliature. Order Conotrichida, and the examples are Spirocona and Lobocona. They are vase-shaped ciliates without body cilia. A funnel at the free end of the body contain a vestibular cilia, chiefly marine forms. Order Apostomatida, and the example is Hylophisa. Body with spirally arranged ciliation and the cytostome mid-ventral. Marine parasites or commensals. Life cycles complex involve two hosts. Order Astomatida, and the examples are Anoplophira and Mafusella. Body ciliation uniform, cytostome absent. Order Hymenostomatida, and the examples are Colpedium and Paramecium. They are uniform body ciliation, buccal cavity ventral with ciliary membranes. Subclass Paratricha. Adults usually lacks body cilia. Apical end of the body bears buccal ciliature. Order Paratrichida, and the examples are the Vorticella and Carchaceum. Subclass Sectoria. They are sessile, stalked ciliates with the distal end bearing few to many tentacles. Ciliature absent in the adult stage. Order Sectorida, and examples are Acinata, Ephelota and Podophyra. Subclass Spirotrichia. Generally reduced body cilia and well marked buccal ciliature. Subclass Spirotrichia is further classified into three orders. They are Heterotrichida, Oligotrichida and Hypotrichida. Order Heterotrichida. Examples are Stentor, Bursaria and Spirostomum. Body cilia short, uniform or body encased in a lorica and body cilia absent. Order Oligotrichida, and examples are Strombidium and Halteria. They are small ciliates with body cilia reduced or absent. Buccal membranes conspicuous, extending around a apical end of the body. Order Hypotrichida. Examples are Euplotes and Stylontia. They are dorso-ventrally flattened ciliates in which body cilia are restricted to fused tufts of a cilia or cirri located at ventral side. So, this is how protozoans are classified depending upon its size, habit, habitat or depending upon its locomotory organs.
Hello everyone, I am Dr. Adarshdeep and this is the unit test of Classification of protozoa. First category of questions are very short answer type questions which you have to answer in 2 to 3 lines. So first question from this category is, why protozoa called as acellular and not unicellular? Next question is, name organelles of locomotion in protozoans. Next is, what is radiolarian ooze and foraminiferan ooze? Next is, what is nuclear dimorphism? Next is, name different types of pseudopodia. Next is, what is pellicle in protozoans? Next is, what is bioluminescence? Give example. Next is, why amoeba is called as little proteus. Second category of questions are short answer type questions which you have to answer in a single paragraph. So first question from this category is, enlist the peculiar features of phylum Protozoa. Next is, differentiate 4 subphyla of phylum Protozoa. Next is, differentiate the class Phytomastigophora and class Zoomastigophora. Next is, differentiate Telospora and Haplospora. Next is, differentiate Helizones and Radiolarians. Next is, write a note on Trypanosoma. And the last question from this category is, differentiate 4 subclasses of subphylum Coelophora. Next category of questions are long answer type questions which are descriptive in nature. First question from this category is, describe general characters of protozoa. Next is, classify subphylum Sarcomastigophora up to orders level by giving example. And the last question is, classify subphylum Coelophora up to orders level by giving examples. So this is all about questions. Do all the questions and send the answers to your teacher in your college. Good luck. Thank you.